Welcome back, everyone, to the Drink and Drum podcast, the podcast with all the vibes. I am one of three hosts. My name is Timon Nicholas, aka Mr. Terrible.
Signing in, Jaron Tomlinson, the young sheller, aka Pineapple Badman in the building. Wagwan.
And it's your boy, Everon Williams, aka Big Easy. You don't know what going.
This is the unapologetic podcast with really good intentions. The socials, them located at the bottom of this podcast right there. So make sure you hit us up and tell us what going on.
Why are things generally like one size fit all, especially like in health and education? I always find that weird.
I saw your point. What do you mean with health? Like, give me an example for health, because it didn't click when you said it.
Yeah, because I'm thinking everybody, they're individuals, so I feel like you should treat them with certain care. Like, I know they have general things, because you can't just waste your time saying I'm catering to you, right? But like, I should be able to say, all right, doctor, this is me. She's like, all right, hold this pill. It's supposed to hold you down, and when you come back for your next checkup, we can like do everything that we can. This is supposed to hold you until, and then they do a rundown like, oh, this is how severe it was, and this only handle like a certain portion of what you've been going through. Like, this masks the pain, but the problem is still, surface, like not surface deep, but it's like it's deeper than,
I mean, they do that. It's more so done, I think. Okay. So
no, but like
it's
when
usually
a doctor,
general until it's not.
But like, it's always when it's serious and it's too, like, I feel like when they give you like that general, like, oh yeah, you have sickness, go take, I don't know, some pill, Advil, headache. And it's like most of these pills have side effects, so you're taking them for one thing and getting something else. Like, when they made pills to help people with something else, they realized, oh shit, this pill helped cure depression or lower depression. So what we're gonna do now, we're gonna use this pill that we made specifically for this thing to cure depression. But now you're getting cured with depression from this pill, but now you have constipation. It's like we just testing things on people, and when we realize the side effect is different than what we expect, we just name it something else and rebrand it. So nothing is specifically for this thing, because we don't know for sure. Like, we put in the right ingredients to get a result, and we don't get the right one. Turns out, hey, this works for something else. You know how fucked up that would be if we took that into real life? Oh man. I don't know a scenario for this one. But like, it just, bro, I feel like certain like things should be like targeted to me as an individual. Like, okay, Timon, you're suffering from like I don't know, swollen eye syndrome, right? So instead of telling you to take these pain meds, even though you're not feeling any pain, this will help with your vision. To my vision, you're supposed to be seeing better with those eyes of yours. I'm like, oh word, I didn't know. And then they give me it. Turns out I'm pissing blood.
I see where you're coming from with it. But like, from how I know it works, it's like you go, like, say I feel sick, right? I'm going to walking, and all they're going to do is give me a brief assessment, right? And based off of what symptoms and what they assess and blah blah blah, they usually recommend a test. But obviously, you do the test, I get the results and everything right away. To do anything with it, they usually send the test from the lab to the doctor, and the doctor call you whenever the doctor had time or whatever. And that's when they evaluate whatever your test results are. And then if it is they find something, then that's at the point that they start, treating you with the special, as an individual case or whatever. But like the initial thing at the clinic and whatever, all they're going to give you is something to help until we have time to figure this out for real. So I feel like it's not that they do it when it's like last minute, or when it's like serious. I feel like it's not because they wait until it's serious. It's because when we observe it is serious. So we're just acting based off of what it is. But based off of where it is, we have like a protocol. Because let's say they were to be like specialists right off the bat with everyone, there's not enough doctors in the world to be able to do that. Because I don't know if you When was the last time you went to a hospital?
When I was in Antigua.
More
Right.
sick people than doctors.
More sick people than doctors. And when how long you spend at the hospital, right? You spend, let's say you spend 5 hours at the hospital. In that 5 hours, how much time did you actually spend with the doctor? And I promise you it's less than 5 minutes. It might not even be a whole 5 minutes at once. It's in intervals.
And
Because he's
some of these
dealing with
people only
20 other
get
people one time.
and some of these people only gets in that general checkup.
Yep.
So that and then they send them off.
And he's still like, because, and at the same, he still have to keep track of all these 20 people, all these symptoms, all this. And he have his nurses running, his assistants, blah 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 blah, and he's still responsible for missing
Man,
things, right? If
let's
something
think
was to,
about it.
he's
Let's
to
think
miss it,
about
he
it.
saw.
This is something that they could easily fix with bots. Because
Bro,
the doctors and them already know what they're gonna handle based on certain criteria that you hit. They ask you questions, so that's a survey. They ask you like where you feeling the pain, blah blah. That's a form you have to fill out that you could do on your own. And then they will prescribe you something. A bot could literally take in all that information and say, okay, maybe you need Viagra. You know? And then that's one thing they could tell you. If you need a second, like, opinion or something, talk to your doctor. And you can, like, I don't tap from fucking home and get a number, and he'll tell you arrive here at such and such a time, and you drive down here and take your time. And when 6 o'clock come, you walk in and say, my name is Evran and I'm number 64 and I'm here to get my Viagra.
There's nothing that organized.
Yeah, but why isn't anything organized?
Because that's not how life works.
Because they don't want to cater to people in that way.
It's not even.
They just want to make money selling pharmaceuticals, and they just try and generalize it. Like, if you can sell the same, if you can
time limits on anything. So how they gonna give you a time if he needs to do like a personalized search on everybody? Like, how is he going to tell you that your time is 4 o'clock? So be here at 4.
Sorry.
Like, how is a doctor going to tell you that you need to be there at 4? That's when you can actually come in for whatever after he done do his test on everybody else. Like, you want it to be more personalized where they
because everything is on a schedule. Like, if the doctor know that, okay,
everything work according to plan.
True. That is so true, right? He could, but bro, I think it could be easier, is what I'm saying. Not everything's gonna be perfect, but like it could be easier. Because if he coming into work from 8 to 12, he knows that from 8 to 12 he can see at least 20 people, but he's not gonna push for 20. At max, he's probably gonna say, I have enough space here to fit 40 people in this span at a time or something, right? Or let's say 10. So then they know 10 people can come in from 8 to 12 and come to this doctor. But if, like, time over, he can let in one more, but that person won't come in because their schedule say that they can only hold space for 5. So the doctor's never really overworking, and you can plan your day around your time slot that you got. So it's like if you come into a deli and pull a card and you have to wait, and the deli say we on break, you fucking waiting until the man bring back the next set of ham and whatever. And then you continue again. I feel like it's the same principle. So it's not that he overworking himself to the point where he's just like, shit, bitch, you're keeping me back. I have other clients. Hurry up, leave, because you're setting other people who waiting back. It's not like they stand up in line. They have a window.
I mean, but people don't have emergencies in organized manners.
Yes.
No, but that's what I'm saying.
It's 4 o'clock on a Tuesday. I feel like it's a good time to have a stroke.
Emergencies are emergencies.
But that's what we're talking about.
I don't think that's what John was talking about just now.
No, that's really what it is. Because
like, when you're talking about being organized and like, okay, because if it's an emergency,
you were talking about being like the doctor being more organized, right?
Mm-hmm.
With giving you a schedule on what time you were supposed to come in. That's what you said, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and
that's
you
why I was
said
saying
that as a response.
Possible.
Yeah, because you said it as a response to me talking about how the doctors be going room for room when you're in the hospital and all that stuff. But you're in the hospital for a reason that brought you to the hospital, not like you've been planning to go to the hospital. Like, shit, I need to go to the hospital. That's the situation. So Yeah, I get the whole thing with the bot and everything, but like with the organized thing that Jaron is questioning you, it was like that's not possible. It's based on the fact that I started out. It's like the hospital
But
emergency
that's
setup.
just that simple. The nurses that work at the hospital are really capable at their jobs. They just can't really give out like, detailed prescriptions to stuff. So they can at least handle some of the stuff when emergencies are coming in. And also they have like what you call them young people who follow the doctor. I don't call them like apprentices or whatever. They have like a term for them
But that's
people.
already a thing.
Scribe.
All that you're saying is already what happens.
I know, but I'm just saying it's not as organized. All I'm saying is when the doctor is needed for the emergency, they can go and the people will learn under them and the nurses could take care of them and tell them, okay, Dr. Such and such is unavailable at the moment, but I can assist you until he's free. You're still getting the help because a lot of people go to the hospital and they wait and the nurses take care of them, checking blood pressure and stuff. And then they go and they have to wait some more. And nurse tell them the doctor's busy with somebody and you're just there waiting. And then you go in there after waiting so long, the doctor say, oh, you just need some Adderall. And you're like, oh, I've been sitting here for 2 hours just to get Adderall. Huh.
I mean,
But
but at
that's
the same
Timon,
time, it takes a quality.
that's not exactly an emergency then.
But okay, that's what I'm saying. The emergencies will take priority and they will go where they need to go. The doctors and
And
them will be available.
I'm pretty sure that's how it works still.
Yeah,
That's how it works because it's a fucking emergency. Yeah, I'm not talking about an emergency. You're saying if there's an emergency disrupting the day-to-day, how is that gonna fuck with the flow? It's not gonna fuck with the flow that much because you have somebody who's still also capable of telling you what to do and what what are steps you can take to solve your stuff.
Timon, so you think every nurse that you met can take care of you like a doctor?
Oh my
yeah. There's a
goodness.
reason
No, I
like a
feel like
nurse
you're all being
program is like a 2-year thing, and you go to
ridiculously complicated for no reason.
bro.
I never
you
said
really
I
are
don't.
never
entirely-
said the people coming in to get a spinal tap. And then the nurse supposed to be like, well, the doctor's unavailable, but I'll drill into your spine. That seems like an emergency. It's like, no. So you're saying every person that comes through the clinic door, they need doctors. Immediate response. And if there's an emergency, that doctor have to think, it's not as important as patient. That's what you're saying. So you're saying the system
Well, that's
that
why
I
he's the
propose,
doctor.
you're saying
That's his call.
the system that I propose, it doesn't make any kind of sense. It doesn't work, so don't use it.
Timon,
Because
this
the
system that you
doctor
propose is the system that we have right now. The nurse come, they check
it
your pressure.
isn't which
The
bro.
nurse come, they check your pressure. They do little things. So they
Okay,
write
so
down.
okay,
They
all
write
right, all
down
right.
every.
Why did I come to this conclusion? Because
I'm
clearly
trying to figure this out.
That's where
too.
we kind of stuck. I was about to ask you, why? What are we talking about? Because I don't know why we're here right now.
you were
said
asking me
This started off on
with the
you're
hell to
saying,
explain
yeah,
how to make it.
one size fit all, right?
Mhm.
And I was okay, and then I asked you to explain how so, right? And then you explain,
Mhm.
and then I was like, okay, what was the point I made? With the I did the whole blah blah. You come, it's an emergency thing, and then you explain, okay, well, instead of having to
No,
wait for
you
the
were
doctor,
saying
we should have
something about
something.
you were saying something about the time it takes for people to come in and have to wait and do all kind of stuff. And then that's when the thought jumped into my mind, like, bro, we have technology. Why is everything so complicated? So you were saying,
and then Jared made it. Okay, so I'll say, yeah, okay, so if, you spent all them time waiting for the doctor, blah, blah, the doctor coming, blah, blah, blah. And that's just to say the doctor is not necessarily just wasting time, it's just that he's dealing with so many people. And that goes back, that's because of what Jaron said, where we don't have, is way more not enough doctors compared to like the people that come in, right?
Mm-hmm.
So so what you're proposing is a middle person who makes you not have to wait that long? Is that what you're proposing?
No, I'm saying there's how much people go to the hospital for just like a sprained finger or sprained ankle or just a little headache that they could take ibuprofen for. How much people like literally come in thinking it's something drastic when it's just a little whatever, and the doctor wastes little valuable time writing a paper and all this kind of stuff to tell the person to just do whatever. So I feel like if those people are now like, all right, taken care of, they can take in an influx of more people that have more drastic needs. And then if there's an emergency, then they can take steps to be like, okay, I'm leaving you in capable hands, but I have other things to really take care of that are pressing. So my nurses can take care of you, and my, the people just below me who will learn how to be doctors can take care of you.
So what
Okay, but
happens?
hold on, John. But that already happens.
I know. But
that's what you just implied.
No.
That's
so
what you should
about
add,
the other
implement.
people, about the other people who just come in for little infractions that are not serious, and they come in with influx, and they just there waiting in the waiting room for hours. What are they doing?
Okay,
but the thing is, they know, because remember, when you come in, you're ready. When you come into the room, to the hospital, right? The first thing you do is you make contact with the front desk, right? And you tell them why you're there, right? So they already know off the bat. So they're already doing the thing where they're already prioritizing. So the fact that you actually waiting here this long, not necessary. In some cases, it's because we're full, but it's not the case that we're doing this in order. Like, this person with a headache came here before you, making sure we treat him. We already know this person here for a headache, but we know you here because your heart pumping in your ass. So that's not supposed to be here. You're more critical. So we have you higher on our list.
All
so
right.
that's what I'm
and
saying.
all I'm
It's already
saying,
I'm trying to
and
understand.
all I'm saying is, instead of having a nurse to have to go and do that, you can free that one nurse up, right? Or even if she stay the same place, right? All this could be done before, so you can have information coming into the hospital before the patient actually gets here, right? And then you can even do some prep work saying, all right, the person with number 22, we know that at least 5 of them are able to fit this time slot. So we can set up things in order to blah, 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 blah.
So
if it's something that could be severe, they would have like another lane for that person. Because it's like,
before I go to the hospital, I should sign in on my hospital app and state why I'm coming to the hospital.
I'm listening.
No, that's what you're saying?
No, let me hear what you have to say. That's the question. No, if it's the question, answer the question based on what it is. Because you have more to say. I want to hear it.
I don't have anything else to say, because I just really want to understand.
Is that what you're saying right now?
And if it is what I'm saying, what then?
Then I know what you're saying.
We spoke about this before, where where I say, like, you explain things really confusing, because I am still lost. Like, I really don't understand what you're getting at yet, and I really I'm just lost, bro.
Okay, let's have another topic so I can get rid of all this, because clearly this don't make no sense. I don't understand how you're not getting.
Because you're saying what exists currently.
What exists currently?
The system.
So you're saying because there's a system, it can't be better?
No, but you just described the system we already had as a solution to the system that we currently have.
Is that system good?
You never actually improved upon the system.
Yeah, you just said the same thing.
How?
Because what you said is what we have.
Exactly what you said. How it go down now. Like, you didn't really improve.
You described the current process.
Timon,
what is the system?
Timon, this is exactly what you said. This is exactly what you told us, right? Okay, so to get your car, you need to put in the engine and the motor. And it's like, okay, wow, we know how to build cars now. It didn't really work like that.
That analogy didn't work.
Timon, what?
That analogy didn't work.
Timon, that's what you just said. You like, okay, in order to get the hospitals better, we need people to come in and evaluate. We already have people who come in and evaluate you, the nurse. And then that's you to say, in order for me to build a car, all I need to do is slap in the engine and the motor. That's not how you build a fucking car. Like, you just, I mean, it is, but you didn't tell me anything. You didn't improve on what the fuck was there before. I'm trying to figure out, like, how.
Okay, Timon, okay, this is how you can clear this up right now. In the system, right? What is there currently that exists that you want to replace for something better? Which part? This will clarify. Which part are you trying to, like, what are you trying to make better? Is it you're trying to cut down the waiting times?
Yes.
Okay. And You'd say okay. So I'm saying,
So instead of
okay.
having the
Oh, so
waiting rooms filled with
waiting
people
time
just
for who though?
waiting,
On whose side? As a person waiting for care or the hospital staff?
the hospital staff have to do the same amount of work because they still have to prep everybody.
Okay, yeah. So if that is the okay, the system you're implementing, it sounds like you're a system that's being implemented because I don't like waiting at the hospital. So it
Yes,
only
because you
solves the part
no.
where you get out faster, but at the same time, you being there long doesn't affect anybody's work because it's still got to be done at the end of the day. So whether we deal with you now when you're out then,
Yeah,
or
but
whether we
like
deal
your
with you 5 hours
priority is to
later.
make sure that the person that you're dealing with is getting like peak performance from you from start to
Hmm.
finish. So if I know I can do something ahead of time, like okay, I need to go down the road to pick up some groceries, right? I can already say, all right, I'm looking for it's like ordering groceries from home. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go down to get eggs, I'm gonna go down to get bread, I'm gonna go down to get cheese, right? And potentially you have a number and somebody's down there packing your bags and getting your shit ready. So then you come down and you go and collect it, and then whatever, and they tell you this is the total and blah 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 and stuff, and then you get your stuff. So they're still doing all the preparation down there, and you just coming in and there's no wait time.
Okay, so that's what I'm saying. Okay, I was right. You're only trying to fix something on the end of the
The
customer.
customer, yeah.
Yeah,
So if I'm
but
as a
we're talking
customer,
me and
I'm
John here,
already
we're talking about the side of the system where we're talking about like the hospital itself. Because that's not like okay, yeah, you will be out faster, but the fact is the job that was done still had to be done, whether it was done when you got here because you just did pick up or whether you dined in. The fact is the chef still have cooked the food.
yeah, the doctors like they're not escaping from this shit. Like if an emergency still come, they're gonna still have to take precedence
But come
of
on,
huh.
they still have to wait 5 hours. They're just not waiting inside of the thing.
But where would you rather wait? In a place where you could potentially get sicker or in a own environment that you feel safe in?
So by all
No, just
means,
answer the question. Can
no.
you
So
answer
by
with
all
another?
means, no. So by all means, the doctor can just give you a walkie-talkie and say, "Go and go down the road," and then when to buzz you on this walkie-talkie, come back. You didn't wait inside the hospital. You walked around the place. So would that be enough to like soothe you?
What are you getting at?
I just want to know.
I don't
Like,
understand what
is
you're asking.
I just want to know, like, is the problem waiting inside of the hospital?
Yeah,
Because you
is
don't
yeah,
really
is
have to
that the
wait.
problem you're
You
trying to
don't
solve?
have to do that. You don't have to be in the waiting room.
Okay, so what y'all saying is y'all rather wait for anything.
I'm saying once
No,
I
no,
get my
no.
care,
Y'all,
get
I
me
already
out of
hear what
here.
y'all saying.
Okay.
I'm just asking because clearly I'm trying to really alleviate the fact that you have to wait for something as long as you usually do. But you're saying, yeah, I can wait. I can wait inside, outside. So what
No,
it is
I
y'all
already
would like to
said we
wait.
already said
So
weren't even talking about the whole
No,
part of
even
waiting. We're
if
talking
even
about
even if
improving the
even if
system
like
for performance.
even if like they were doing whatever you were doing, right? To actually fit you in a schedule and get you at this specific time, you still have to wait until that time comes. So like you didn't really stop the wait. All you did was you had the person wait outside the house or wait somewhere else, and you can do that still.
And then you would also
bro,
be
but
taking away the
that would
part where
oh
a
god.
professional is required to do the evaluation because yeah, I go to the doctor to the clinic and say, yeah, my head hurt. The doctor will say, okay, head hurt, well take this. He actually be like making sure that certain other things are okay or normal so that this determines whether or not this headache might just be a headache or
So
just
my
whatever.
thing is
Hmm.
when you go to Hobbs and hospital and you wake up early morning and you wait, then you there since 8 o'clock and it's 12 o'clock,
Hmm.
right? You need eat nothing because you miss breakfast because you may feel sick. You have
Hmm.
to send your auntie upstairs to get some food. She tired.
Hmm.
And you down here waiting so long. And then they finally get to you and the doctor say, take some aspirin. You're telling me you wouldn't rather do all this at home, get prepared, wash your skin, eat, and realize, all right, boom, the doctor's getting to some people and you drive down the way, taking your time, getting here. And then when you get here, you're just like, thanks for seeing me, doctor. I did the fill out on the stuff and stuff there. I probably need some ibuprofen, but I honestly think I need more than this. I need to get the prescription from you for this pill. And since I already have you for this short amount of time, you think the whatever is accurate or whatever. Because at the end of the day, it's a bot that's assisting you based on all the information that you put in. You can still go and get a second evaluation on the stuff. So you could
Based on the
Because that's just it.
information.
But then that's basically just self-diagnosing yourself with a bot, the help of a bot. So
but
that's the same as if I was to
what's
Google symptoms. That's the same as I
that
was to
is not
Google
the
Wait, but
same
symptoms.
me,
as Googling symptoms
Bro,
because the
okay, I'm putting it in my symptoms and it's telling me what I have, right?
that is
yeah,
Googling.
bro,
That's Googling your symptoms, bro. The bot would literally be giving you a result based off of the symptoms that I put in, based off of my the way how I'm expressing my symptoms. That is what the machine is going to give me back.
if the hospital have a database that the app is running off of from their information, it's an algorithm that it would study. 1 million people pass through here, and there's a high chance at least half of them coming in for the same thing. Half of them have the same. It's a 50-50. You're going to align with one of the million people that came in here. The algorithm can quickly, based on the set of stuff that they ask you and the service that you have to answer, they can fine tune it to the point where I'm just like, okay, out of the million people that pass through here, like every 6 months or something, this is what's happening here, and it will only get better. You're going Google and you're getting information from different sources, trying to do whatever. But the yeah, I don't know how fucking algorithms work and like bots work. They targeted based on certain like servers and certain information that they have privy to. If a hostel
Okay.
makes one, then it would make so purposely for this. That's why IT stuff not selling you Amazon shit. They're only talking to you about IT stuff because that's what these bots do. They know functions, they know information. So if you say, I'm trying to do something but I can't, the bot knows computers, IT problems, how to fix it, and this would lead into this cascading effect. That's what they built to do, to make that job easier for the tech. So if for some reason the bot's not helping you, you need to talk to a technician. The technician already know these are the things that you already tried. These are the things the bot tried to help you with. And he can now use his expertise to tell you, all right, based on everything that I've seen, I can tell you what to do from my personal experience or experience that I've had with other people. And it just makes it easier. So I'm saying if the doctor now says, oh, it turns out that my bot's been working overtime this week, whatever. Your child saying for the last 2 weeks, you've been like trying to come into the doctor to see stuff and it keeps prescribing you the same thing. And you had enough and you really want to see a doctor. The option to still check a doctor is there. The option to take the word of the bot from the what you call it, the health server is still there. That's what I'm trying to figure out. Like, you're all saying you can wait, so why not wait? You matter where you wait? No, it don't matter. But the fact is, you can be comfortable as a patient, as the customer of the hospital, and take your time and be more at ease, more at rest. So if you have people coming in here happy, they're worried, yes, they're concerned, yes, but they don't have to now be under more stress as waiting. You're saying that's a bad thing and you could just wait, inside or outside? Why? That's not making anything better. Like, I gave you an option to saying it can be better. We can alleviate wait time. Imagine if everything got back the wait time it did 12 years ago. Imagine Amazon decided we're not trying to get things here in a day. You don't think waiting going to affect you? Your mood, your stress or whatever?
So me and my brother go to the hospital, right? Both of us have the same symptoms, right? Both of us feeling a pain in our left side.
No,
We put
boom, boom,
that in the
boom.
bot.
Don't say that. Don't say you and your brother. Say you and your sister.
Me and my
And no,
sister.
no, yes. And then boom, she end up pregnant. You wouldn't know that because she didn't know she pregnant, and the bot, she didn't tell the bot she pregnant because she didn't know that either.
But the thing, okay, the point I was going to make with that is if I'm just putting in symptoms inside of a computer, right? it goes back to the concept of freaking Googling my symptoms.
It is not the
There's only
same.
so much. Okay, no. For me to communicate how I feel, right? There's only so much I can say that can translate into something. I'm saying, me and you can have a pain in my kidney, right? I have kidney stones. You need a new freaking kidney, right? But because we just use the bot and he go and prescribe the painkiller, guess what? I who just whatever just took the painkiller and I now end up needing a new kidney because I didn't see a doctor. But the system did what it's
Bro,
supposed to do because it helped me because I got help from the system because I put in my symptoms. It told me this, whatever. I took it, I felt better, but I didn't get the professional opinion. I didn't get checked. I didn't get all of that. But so even though I'm comfortable now and I feel satisfied, I don't know my danger because I didn't see a doctor. So I would still need to see a doctor.
bro, the option to see a doctor is still on the table.
Okay, but why would I take that option if I feel comfortable because of the system you have given me? Your system doesn't suffice. Your system is going to mislead people.
I think we
I can
only
only
hear because
communicate a certain way.
you don't understand the
I
level of
get what you're
technology. I
saying,
don't think you
bro.
do
I
because
get your
you
level,
keep saying it's the
but
same
you
as a
tell,
Google
bro.
search
You
of a
asked, you're giving me a survey,
bro.
You didn't give me a body scan. If you said if this bot thing did a body scan, is a whole different conversation. But you telling me a survey, bro? I could do the same survey over the freaking phone. It's yeah, sure, it would save me the time going on to the hospital, but the fact that I'm considering going to the hospital, there, hmm? Unless it's for like, oh, I get what you said with the whole whatever, if it's a finger spray and whatever, yeah, yeah, right, your finger sprained, your finger broken, those are very clear things, right? But when it gets to stuff like I have a headache, right? Oh, which part of your head hurt? Ah, the front, whatever. Okay, well, frontal lobe, this is usually means, oh, you didn't drink enough water, whatever. And you're like, okay, well, I'll just take this. Obviously, the medication is going to prescribe is going to work because it's just a general whatever, but you didn't get it checked because there's usually like the symptoms that you can explain, right? That's just one set of things. If all you had to do is explain your symptoms to a doctor and he know what's wrong with you, then this whole system would be perfectly fine. Perfectly fine. But the expert, I don't think you can train a bot or a program of
See,
bots
that's
to
what I
just
mean.
give
You're
you
just
based off of
thinking this
symptoms.
based on your knowledge on the topic. You're saying I don't think I'm telling you the level of technology that they have. The bus that you probably are accustomed to is the one that pop up when you're trying to buy something
No, okay,
online.
but I use the example of McKinney. If me and my brother goes in and puts that in information, that's all the information I have. I have a pain in my kidney. I have a pain in
Bro,
my kidney. It give
bro,
us this
how
thing.
many
How do we go
if
from
you
here?
if you go in Google right now, you see you have a pain in your kidney, what come up?
Bear shit.
Tell me the first two.
Bear shit.
Tell me the first two.
Nigga, I'm not googling shit.
Man, Google it, because clearly you know how Google work, and Google is not gonna tell you what's going on.
You wanna know a story? So there
Now,
was
hold
this
on, man.
guy.
I honestly want him to do it because clearly telling that you have a pain in your kidney
No,
is gonna get results.
let me tell this story real quick. So just so you can understand something too. So there was this guy, right? Like I guess he had like problems with his wife. It's a story from like one of these true crime things, and it's a real story. So I guess him and his wife, girlfriend, whoever it was, they had problems, and she was going to kill him in his sleep, right? But the gun accidentally went off onto the pillow, and he did get shot in his head. So now the gun, it was some small caliber, bro. He didn't die. The bullet was really just stuck in his head. He didn't feel no spots in the blood or nothing. He just had a sharp headache. He went to the hospital. He told them that he had a migraine, and you know what? They treated him for a migraine till he went in the next day, and they
Real
did the
doctors,
scan. Yes, real doctors.
see
They actually had to go do a scan on him, and then you know what? They found out that he had a bullet stuck in his head.
how much time he went back.
It was the second time.
I
So,
still don't see what the problem with this the whole thing would be. Because he went
so
to the doctor, they sent him back home. If he did the survey and the thing said just take a painkiller. He took the painkiller and the problem come back. He could now decide, hey, this is serious, and said, I would insist to see a doctor. Like the option is still there. If somebody go to the doctor for a cold and the doctor say, just gargle some salt water and the cold will go away. And you go home, do that for like next 2 weeks, and your throat still have a massive cold, and you go back to the doctor and you said, nah, I'm doing what you said, and I still have this cold on my throat. Like, what next? And the doctor look and realize that your throat inflamed and it's bruised up and stuff. A second opinion was always on the table. The first one was just to like say, all right, you all have problems, and because of the norms, this is how I'm gonna like address to you.
But
No,
you
if you
got too many
feel
times.
worse, you can come back. If you want to see a doctor still, you can come in. Then you have somebody who's like, okay, I'm a nurse. I know exactly. I deal with these kind of things before I do the checkup. I or you have that other person who's learning, and they can say, oh no, this is severe, doctor. We actually need to get this person in. Anyway, put the doctors could still go and turn you back, just like how you could look at the app and the app to just take a painkiller, and you would have to come back because the pain is still there. You'd have to come back. And what am I saying? You can go home and just die? The doctor could send you home and you die. All I'm saying is the wait time is reduced, and there's a level of, I'm satisfied with, okay, I got a treatment. Let's see if the treatment work. It did not work. We move on. Would you like to go there, wait 8 hours to realize the doctor said go home and take a painkiller? You go home, take the painkiller, and it got worse after, and you have to come back and wait another 8 hours? Is that something enjoyable for anyone? Wouldn't the system that can cut that short, that 8 hours down, be better than the one that they have, waiting or not?
I still feel like you're waiting on the system because the system is telling you. The only thing that's different is that you're not waiting inside the hospital. Because like the way how you describe the system is schedule a time for you and you pop up in the time that you got scheduled. And most of the times, the people in the hospital they waiting because they don't know how serious the
No,
shit is. They
let's
don't know
say,
how serious the shit is, and they don't know if they might collapse and not make it to the hospital later. So now they here they in the waiting room because they don't want to take a chance to stay there.
That's
What
another
happened
thing
if
too.
like it's severe,
That's what I'm
like
telling you
the
now.
severity like
Incorporating time.
yeah like
Like
you
emergencies don't happen at a fixed pace. It's like, okay, I used the kidney thing before. Let me use something more common. A
see, because when
headache.
you went on kidney, you saw the results for kidney, right?
When I went for kidney, I saw urinary tract infection, kidney infection, polycystic, whatever, blah blah blah
Exactly,
blah blah
bro.
blah blah
That's not
blah.
something you.
All of those things are
Mm,
very different. All of those
mm,
things are very
mm,
different. One
mm,
medication that this thing is going to
mm,
prescribe ain't going to do shit. And guess
mm.
what? It doesn't work. All I already, bro, if I have a kidney, I know there's a problem with my kidney. Now you're telling me it's one of these things. No shit. Now you're going to ask me more questions. Well, I don't know. The only information I can tell you is my kidney hurts. So this did nothing for me. Google did what this machine just did.
Bro, the you I feel like y'all not hearing me now.
Timon, you
You
expect people to answer. You expect people to like go
look.
into details about how they feeling. Like,
Okay, wait,
bro,
pause.
if
Okay,
you
Bro,
wait. Before, because I'm complicated with this, let's use a headache, right? And
no, no,
Timon,
hold
explain it
on.
from the no, just build it from the headache. Just build it from the headache, right? Here's the situation. Explain
Okay, all
your
right,
system
go
based
ahead.
off of it. I go to the and I'm just telling you what is wrong.
Go
I
ahead.
have a headache, right? I go to the hospital because I have this headache. It's a headache I never felt before, whatever, whatever. So I get to the hospital, right? The hospital has this system, this bot, or
Mm-hmm.
what do I do? Call or do I show up? What am I doing? Which is system? Am I calling or am I showing up? Or am I going online?
Oh, you're going online, you're actually using your phone to like,
Okay.
putting all the
So I'm
information
okay.
as you go to wherever. Somebody can fill it for you, whatever.
Okay. I have a headache, right? I go on the app, whatever, and I say I have a headache. That's all the information I have. Is it bad? Yes, it's bad, whatever, whatever. And boom, there are bare things that will cause a headache, right?
Mm-hmm.
Bare things that cause a headache. So obviously, a simple headache that's give all the information that me somebody who is not versed in, expressing these things or medical terms or know the seriousness or the type of headache, the part of all that. I don't have none of that knowledge. All I know, my head freaking hurt me. Right? The system says, okay, you have a headache, blah blah blah. Boom. I'll do this. Take painkillers, whatever. Now,
Kibble from Red
as
Girl.
far as as far as I'm concerned now, I've already been diagnosed, right? I told the system what's wrong. It gave me something for it, right? And that's what your system does, right? It gets me out the way because I am reporting something that can easily be dealt with, whatever, right? That painkiller does nothing for me because the reason I have a headache is because I'm having a friggin' aneurysm. And there would have been signs that I could not see because I'm the one having the aneurysm, right?
And you're not
Your butt cannot do nothing for
educated on
me
this.
in that aneurysm. In fact, me showing up to the hospital and being there, yeah, I wouldn't be there for 8 hours, or maybe I might have the aneurysm and pass out in the freaking waiting room or whatever.
Which
The
results to you
fact
getting
is,
dealt with faster.
the fact is, the system, yes, it could alleviate some of the time or whatever, but most of it still needs that second opinion. So where would
Bro,
it really be
what the
useful? Where
option?
would it really be useful though? Like to
The
say this
option
is
for second
worth me
opinion.
implementing it.
The option for second opinion was always there.
Okay,
Same
but
one.
My
And
thing
then
is
how does
and
a
based on a
then
second opinion
headache. Based on a
yeah.
headache, no.
work? How does a
So
second
I
opinion
have,
work? Like you after you click that you need the second opinion, they send you immediately to a doctor or you have to wait.
bro, when you order, like, okay, it's like ordering food. You could either go in, order food and wait there and then get your food, or you can order beforehand, right? That's like the same general concept of it. So
But
no,
now you're ordering seconds.
I'm saying no. In this situation, I have a headache. I don't know what it is, tumor, aneurysm, whatever. But all I know is hurting. They'll ask you how drastic it is. They'll probably ask you some other details that I'm not privy to because I'm not a doctor. But they might probably ask you what is like your water intake been like, or how often, or what your eating schedule is like, if you've been eating between or blah blah or longer than or whatever. So they can tell like, okay, if this is a headache, this is what you could take for it, right? But if the pain, like if you say like, okay, how is the pain? The pain exceed this and this and is at such and such a place, and you can give like a certain amount of detail based on the questions that they ask and also the survey that they have you run through on the headaches, then they can have like a general like idea, and then you can be like, okay, this is what they're saying I could take if I don't want to or have the time to see the doctor. But if I still want to go and see that doctor, I can now go and press like I would like a further consultation with the doctor, right?
Someone
The doctors and them already have patients that they're looking at, right? And you can click it as yes, this is what it is. And then you'll come in and a nurse will be like, when you come in, a nurse will check you right through like, yo, you seem like you need top shape when you're coming, right? And you go to like the nurse would see like, nah, this is not like his headache. Your own seem more serious, and you're going to get taken care of. The other person who just have a headache, they can say like, oh yeah, you absolutely take a painkiller, so you should have probably just took a painkiller. And based on everything that we've seen from the algorithm, and now you came in for a second, appeal, like a second, what's the word? Consultation. I can see that, the thing was right and you can go about your business. So it's like he still came in, but his wait time was shorter than if he stayed there for the last 8 hours because they had the information way before he even got there. Right? So it's just like the information is there before the crowds of people is there. So everybody is more at ease. Like the people up behind the desk who have the information, they still have to work as hard as if the people were there. Their jobs don't change. Everybody inside the hospital job is the same. It's only the people who now are coming in because it's like they're gonna have some stubborn people who gonna still want to come in despite the sub and say, go fucking get the surgery. And they're like, well, you said to get the surgery, but should I? Let me just go get,
Someone the more you explain it, the more it sounds like first come, first serve.
No, I think no. What? Okay, the only how I see this working is for non-emergencies, because for the likes of me, I do not see in any way or form how something I
what
perceive as an
everybody gonna perceive
emergency.
something to be an emergency when they go to the
Okay, well
hospital.
that's
especially
why we
since
in
people
there
don't know
waiting
how
for
to
that long? Because
especially since people don't know how to express themselves. Bro, if this headache is this headadeche, it's more harsh than
It's
the last
optional,
headache.
it's
Like
not
it's more harsh than
mandatory.
the
yeah, but I'm saying who okay, but you're giving us a system that's gonna get us out of the hospital faster, right? When I'm in hospital because it's an emergency, my priority isn't to get out of here faster. My priority is to get help as soon as possible. So I'm not gonna take this thing to deter me. This is basically
Bro,
like
we on
saying,
this topic for way too long. It's a good
bro,
idea, always not. That's all it was.
it's
I
a
feel like you were
partially
on
good
this.
idea,
I think
but it
no, you're
cannot be
always saying
implemented
it
to
was
its
bullshit
degree.
because the wait time. That's all y'all were going at. And I'm trying to figure out like why y'all have a problem with waiting or not waiting.
No,
I
no,
am not
you if you
saying
never
no.
want to listen, no.
I'm not saying it's bullshit or not. I just still don't understand like exactly how you plan on fixing anything.
I
Like
see the
I'm
big. I'm addressing the loopholes, not the.
What is
I
the
wouldn't say
I
loopholes.
don't see how
what
it
is
I
what is
can't
the
see how
big
it
issue?
happened.
What's the big issue?
That's what I'm trying to figure out, bro.
No,
Like,
but
is it the
you know
like
exactly what I'm not fixing. So tell me so I can fix it.
Timon, like I don't know what you want to fix.
I'm
I
telling you,
can't
I'm
tell you
down in for the patient's state of mind. Waiting can be stressful and also induce a lot more on that patient. If they don't have to wait that much and they can have like assistance, some kind of something to tell them, hey, it's not that serious. It's just a small headache, or hey, if you take this, you can actually really cure whatever that you have at this moment. But if you really need to still see the doctor just to make sure, the option is still there. This is the
so
this
Okay, wait.
is
Make you
the
finish, John.
option
Make you
no wait.
finish. No, no. Go ahead. Go ahead. Finish. Finish your point, come on.
so it's still like the option is still there to see the doctor, but like instead of waiting physically inside, these are the patients that the doctor have to deal with. So you come in, whoever, they already have you on file and they already have all this stuff that going on with you. So even it's not a first come, first serve, but like you're waiting still. But based on the severity of it, you're still getting traffic to somewhere else.
Okay.
So if
See,
it's
okay.
on the headaches, they will like headaches are serious because it could be such and such and such. So people who are on headaches, they probably get 5, 6. And then people who have stomach aches, it could be something that's ruptured. They get 7, 8. Like it's the channeling in which it is, it's different. So you're getting clocked in at different thing, but you're still coming in at a pace where the algorithm is thinking, even if this is a small cut, you could have diabetes. So that could be a severe cut. It's actually information. Even if you say, oh, I can't read, then you fucking go see the doctor. What you have the app for? It's just to make certain people life easier because not everybody needs to go to the hospital. And for those who have serious things and they use the app just to see if like, oh, maybe I don't have to go. They can still say, hey, this is what it is. This is what you can take. But if it is serious, like there will be warnings and notices to say if it's serious and it could potentially be worse, you should see a doctor. And if you want to see the doctor still as a second opinion, you'll be able to do so. But it's just to make the wait time less. And the doctors still have to do the same amount of work. It's just for the customer to have a peace and state of mind. That's all I'm saying. But y'all say, nah, that can't work because you can wait at the hospital, or you might be retarded enough to be like, oh shit, I have a bullet in my eye. I could just take painkillers and then I can go home. I'm not saying that because emergencies are emergencies, but y'all technically don't understand. It's clear that y'all don't understand how advanced algorithms are. Like the algorithm that y'all know of are just like day-to-day stuff. Well, like y'all don't even know how deep algorithms run. And I
Simon,
feel like that's one of the things that have you all thinking this way. And
a
even
part
if,
of it, a
and
part of
even
it.
if I'm saying this is something that could happen in the future where things get better. And the future could be like 5 years from now where things get ridiculously better. Because the watches right now can tell us when we get a heart attack. Our watches can tell us when we skipping a beat or we need more water in our body. We need more oxygen in our blood. Your watches can fucking do that, bro. The new Apple Watch can literally tell you a bunch of stuff about your health, about your body, without you even physically going and doing a checkup at the hospital. But do y'all know that? And if I did say, What about if you had a watch that could do these things? You would have been like, but then you'll have to stuff to go to the doctor to do. Why? Because you all don't know. So that's why it's so unbelievable. 10 years ago, if I told you my smartphone could take me to space, y'all be like, impossible. So my thing is, why can't the solution to help alleviate the people who are coming into the hostel such a bad idea? Why what I'm proposing don't help nobody at all? What is it that y'all not seeing it helping?
Everyone here into for say?
I'm tired.
Yeah, like you don't
I'm
realize
fucking
long time,
tired, bro.
You don't
I don't
realize long
understand.
time, bro.
I don't understand. We on this. We wasted mad time on this fucking topic, and you all not telling me what's wrong with it. Y'all just
telling you.
hating. Y'all just
Timon,
saying.
no, we've literally been telling you, bro. Timon,
And you said the same thing, bro.
Timon,
Like you
okay,
the middleman, the whole assessment thing with the bot thing and blah 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 blah. And back to like what we were originally saying too, is nurses be doing that. Like this, not
Firstly-
all the time you be having to see the doctor, because like I said, when you come in, you already kind of tell them your symptoms, and they kind of deal with you accordingly. And yeah, they
Timon,
let you go if it seems like it's safe to let you go.
just from human error, I can see that shit getting fucked up a lot.
And the
You
liability
look
too.
at,
Who the
you
hell
look at
gonna
me
responsible
and
for that?
ask me, you look at me and ask me the severity of my headache. I don't know how serious a level 10 headache is. This headache that I just got was more serious than the last headache that I got. So boom, this is a level 10 now. And in fact, it's actually a 4 on the scale, and I just waste everybody time.
Fact. And the fact that
But
I
who time
want
you
to see get
wasting?
service right here, right now, the fact that I'm here,
Uh,
I
the-
want
the-
to get service now. I'm going to say I have the worst symptoms of symptoms.
Yeah,
I'm
but who
saying
time you
all.
wasting?
Honestly, the doctors, because
Bro,
I'm
I'm
getting
still here to see a doctor. The
Timon,
reason I came here in the
Timon.
first place was to see the doctor.
Bro, my
I
thing
wanna see the
is,
doctor.
right, even if you were going to see the doctor and you weren't going to use this app, right, using the app, yes or no, you're still going to see the doctor. What's the problem? Because the option to see the doctor is still on the table. I'm not getting rid of the doctor and using the algorithm to be your doctor. So what is the problem?
So you're just adding this system to exist alongside everything that currently exists for
Yes,
those who want to
it's
use
an
it.
option. As I've been saying,
But it doesn't change the system. The system's still the same.
basically, I'm saying the hostels still operate in the same way. They're still working as hard as they are. All that there is that some people can really be like, okay, the best thing for your cut is to use this instead of that. They can still say, well, I can still want to see a doctor to see if I really need stitches or not. Sure, you can
Yeah, 'cause
still
that's why
go
they came
in,
to the
but you
hospital.
know, it just cuts down some of the wait time. Because if I'm just like, man, that headache really, you didn't drink enough water. Oh, word, say less. And you're probably dehydrated as fuck, which I am dehydrated at the moment.
I think, and yeah, I think this has to do with you personally too.
Yeah, because
It's-
he parts where he said when you're on, you have to go upstairs.
Nah, not like, cause okay, with Timon, right?
No, Timon.
Like someone have a Timon and you take it. I wouldn't say you take it for granted, but it's not as serious, right? You're kind of like, okay, well, no, this is da, 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 da. Most people, right? Shit happen, and it's panic, and the only thing that cures that panic is certainty. And the fact that you're going to, if I use this app, right, is going to say, yeah, but like this, it's like, yeah, just like an opinion, like, but you know, it might be not that true, or you know, you could get a second opinion. I'm still getting my second opinion because I'm in panic.
Bro, you can still get your second opinion.
Okay, then the app did nothing for me.
It
Then
literally
it didn't
did
do nothing for you. But what about the people it does something for?
It probably shouldn't be doing nothing for them, because if you're in the freaking
But
hospital
you
to
see,
see a doctor,
you all are coming
bro,
at you. Exactly what I
behaving-
said. Exactly what the whole thing started is why generalize everything like if everybody's the same person in medical field and in the educational field. They treat everybody like if they're the same person. Like the military, we can just pump out one thing and everybody get cured. That's not how people work. Everybody
Okay,
different. Everybody
pause.
learn different. Everybody need something different. And I'm saying if you know that you need certainty, then you're gonna get your certainty.
Okay, but the
Somebody
same
else
thing
who
an
would
app
just
does, I
like,
can just talk to the nurse and do the same thing the
you
app just
could,
freaking
nobody's
did.
fucking stopping you, bro.
So then
You
why
know what you
would
could
okay,
do?
okay,
You could
okay.
always
Pause,
walk
pause,
into the
pause,
store and
pause,
buy food, but why do you order online?
pause, pause. So
Tell
you
me, tell
are a
me. No,
tech
no, no, no.
company trying to
No,
sell
wait,
this
wait, wait, wait,
technology
wait.
to
No,
my
no. Before we
hospital.
get to that,
Why?
you can always go into the store and buy food.
Mhm.
But why you order it online?
Because I don't want to go outside.
Because I don't want to go to the store.
But what happens if you want to make sure that you can go to this bar and sit and prepare the food, or you can see the people who you're talking to, you can trust those people. What if you want that kind of certainty level of whatever? What do you do then?
Then I would just go if that's what I wanted.
But the app is there.
Okay, good for the app. I'm going.
Exactly. You don't have to fucking use the app because it's not mandatory. It's there, accessible if you want to use it.
So
And
then
a
what's
lot
the
of people,
purpose? What
Google
purpose
a
of
lot
the
of
app
people,
if part of the app's experience is that you can just overlook it?
but one of the whole thing online is I can overlook going to the store, but y'all still use online shopping, online
That is
buying.
completely different.
Why?
That is completely different. Because that is
The seriousness of
convenience,
the
right? That
situation,
is
bro.
But
no,
who
no, no,
makes
no.
it serious?
This is no,
the
that is convenience.
individual, right?
Timon, you just compared it to online shopping. Online shopping is about convenience.
I mean,
This isn't
bro,
like I don't even
you're
see
all
how this.
based in this off your all logics, but a lot of people aren't logical like that. They don't. You think one way, I think one way, everyone think one way. We different people.
So
We can't expect everybody to be like us. For
okay,
those
but there's a
people who don't trust
standard of
hospital, but they need
safety.
information, then what?
So you're gonna use the app from the hospital if you don't trust the hospital?
Bro. So what's stopping the information that the hospital have that Google have?
Yo, y'all niggas killing me, bro.
Repeat the question.
The same, you were saying earlier that the information that the hospital have, the internet have. I don't trust the hospital,
I'm
but I trust
saying
Google.
the internet. No, because I was trying to be as ridiculous because you were sounding ridiculous.
You're trying to be ridiculous because you wanted to prove my point that my idea was dumb and you were doing it at any cost. My point
First of all,
is
that wasn't even the killing point that you shit.
So what was
that
the
was
killing point?
babbling in the background,
What was the
and it
killing
wasn't the point.
Because I haven't been changing
Bro,
my thought.
Okay. You said what you said, right? So given all the
We got to change the
possibilities or
topic
whatever,
real quick so we can have some decent content.
why would my hospital my hospital purchase your technology for millions and millions of dollars, right? So that it can do
Honestly, this is
exactly what can be
interesting.
offered now, right? And just for those people who might be weird enough to like not be that serious about their health, but we're just gonna spend millions and millions to invest in this just for those people.
What you're saying is
I'm asking you why would I do that? Why would I see the need for this technology given the seriousness of this matter and us already saying, yo, this is not something we can just, or we would want just like throw on a computer. Like there's a reason why this is all human, right? Obviously because we don't have the technology to make it computerized, but like there's a human aspect to this.
Why?
It's like we're just leaving it all to this computer. Why would I do that? And it's for people to not even
why
is
there a human aspect to this? Why it has to be
trust? To build
so
trust.
You're saying if they build like a unit, like one of them standing showers where you can do a full body scan and check, you're saying if it gives me all the information down to what my blood is doing and what the balance of my chemicals are, I'm still need the doctor if I have all that to my disposal and a proper thing to tell me what's going on in my body?
No, because that's a body scan and we're talking about a survey here.
No, but I'm saying if you saying there's a certain aspect of human touch needed.
Yeah. With this, like this is what your program is implementing literally a checklist, a survey, right?
Those are things to
sharing
build.
information.
I get what you mean, but those are things that help build a better mesh network. As in, okay, I have this one strainer to catch headaches. Yep. And now let's strain it again. Now, how deep are these headaches? What are these headaches coming from? Where they hitting from? You ever had them before? No. Blah blah blah. And now we're trying to figure out what could cause these headaches based on the line of questions and stuff that coming up on the survey and stuff. So they come in quick, so it's easier to get through it, and it's sifting through that data. And as it gets finer and finer, it's just like, okay, this is what I think you need. And if it's and based on what I think you need, you would again have some more options at the side saying, if it's not this and it's more severe, this is the whatever steps you
I
can
really
take.
want to know.
No,
I really want to
it
know
would
which.
still give you the option to go and see a doctor if that's something that you still want to do.
Okay, but why is that an option?
I
though?
really want to know which algorithm is going to tell you that you got shot in your head while you were sleeping.
It'd be extra nigga too.
Bro, you just said the doctor send that nigga back home. The algorithm would send him fucking home too. It's not his adamancy. What
is the actual purpose, bro?
No. The purpose is people who need to use it can use it. Just like how people who need to use the app to order food can use it, but sometimes they just want to go into the store, they can. Nobody's telling you to use the app. It's just there for convenience.
No,
you are telling me
you're saying the app is able to diagnose you, and you like basically I'm thinking from what you're saying, right? As a possibility, the app should be able to do the entire job, is what you're saying.
That's not what I'm saying. I tell you the hospital.
You're saying no, but if I'm not comfortable with the result that the app gave me, I could see a doctor. That's what you've been saying. If I am comfortable, I am not qualified to know if the app did me justice or not. So I am also not qualified to agree with that either. So like,
how much time you have a serious headache? How much time you have a serious headache and just paracetamol and Tylenol or some shit?
All the time.
What if that's a fucking aneurysm?
Then I would have done myself in. Because I should have sought help. Instead, I resorted to something and was lazy.
So like all them other times you had headache, right? You could have died, but you didn't.
But I didn't.
Yeah, you were taking a fucking chance. So even if you had aneurysm and you check this app and this app told you, son.
But Tim, I'm telling you, when it comes to the serious, okay, when I had those small headaches, right? And whatever that I could have died. But what happened? It wasn't a situation where I felt like, yo, I need to go to the hospital.
And right? What if you felt like you need to go to the hospital after somebody tell you, just take a paracetamol and that didn't work? What next?
Then I would have went, what do you mean?
So what's stopping somebody with sense to do that? I don't understand. You all are taking this thing out and it doesn't make any sense. If I do something and I'm just like, oh, I think this is gonna work, and it don't work, and I'm just like, shit, I made it worse. Don't I go and seek help to fix my problem? You're making it seem like if you use the app, you're like, well, there's something for take some paracetamol.
I am already at the point where I'm at the hospital, Timon. I'm not wondering, I wonder if this headache is bad or not. It's like, no, boss, mega dead. I'm here. Help me. That's why I'm here. So then
you're going to get your help if you're at the hospital. My thing is, you can do this from home and you don't have to go down here and sit down and wait the same time. My thing is you could still go and see the doctor, but just like how you would have been sitting down in the hospital, you could have been taking your time. That's all I'm saying. The wait time is different because now you're doing it in some place that you're comfortable, and you know that when you get there, they're already seeing the transcript of what's going on.
That don't make the wait time any lighter, and that kind of make me more nervous. Someone, I'm going into the hospital and this is where they're going to, I'm not already at the hospital where I've been thinking about everything and then I kind of desensitized to it. I'm walking into the hospital now and I'm getting my results when I go in here. This is literally, if I'm going to find out, walking through this door means I can die. Yeah. I can literally die. This thing is going to look at me and tell me, yo, you're dying.
So what you're all saying is y'all are talking for the many people living on planet Earth. That all them thinking the same and feeling the same as you.
I think it's crazy. Shut up. Answer the question. Something as simple as that to a survey that just tells you what's going on.
You're just saying stuff and you're not answering what I'm asking.
Because your question is invalid.
You see, it's invalid.
Because
why?
I'm not proving on behalf of everybody. I'm proving on the logic.
Jaron? I'm just asking to do one thing, and he fighting against it.
Okay, I cannot speak on behalf of every individual on the planet.
Okay.
So I'm gonna just say, shit in your ears.
Yes.
Exactly.
So you can't talk for everybody. So why you doing it?
How am I speaking for everybody?
But you're saying
I'm speaking of the
people.
logic of the situation, not anybody's views. The logic of the situation.
What you're putting
We're walking
your.
in the hospital. It's the logic of the situation. This is what's happening. I need help. Why, in a situation where I am in dire need of help, am I pulling out an app? I'm going to be like, oh, that's the help I need.
John, this guy say you pulling out the app when you're at the hospital. What the fuck you pulling out the app when you're at the hospital already?
Because that was the whole freaking situation, Timon.
How is that
No,
the
no, no.
situation,
Everyone.
dog?
Run. So you access the app, right? And you get your hospital boarding pass, and they could tell you what time to go to the hospital. But what I really want to know is you get a second opinion, right? You can get a second opinion. Like, do I get priority after I click second opinion, or I have to sit down in the hospital and wait until the doctor's ready? That's one of my questions. I never got an answer for that question. And then my
Honestly, I didn't hear
second
that
question,
question. But
second
the
question
Said
in
it
the
was
earlier in the beginning.
good.
what was my second question? My second question was bro, no, this ain't even a question. It's like, bro, like, as an anxious person, bro, I know that after this app tell me, yeah, come to the hospital at 4 o'clock, and no, I have to go talk to this doctor, I'm going to be scared, bro, because like this is building up. This is going to build up my anxiety more than sitting down there, sitting down in the hospital all day. Like, I'm literally walking here, I'm coming inside the building now, and this is where the doctor's going to decide my fate by telling me, yo, you have 6 months to live, nothing at all happened to you, or we're gonna amputate your foot. Why the fuck they gonna take my foot? I don't know. But like, this is all, bro, it's a lot more to think about walking in there late.
And
It's not even
no,
the
I hear what
walking
you're
thing
saying.
either.
So in that second one, that's just you. You say you would freak out. Other people might not, right? Is that something that y'all can stand by?
Yes.
All right. Now moving on to the first one. In terms of the wait time, if I use the app and say like, shit, I need a second opinion, I use your second opinion, right? Because there's like a line, and even if there's a line, there's not one long line. The lines will be like divided based on like, okay, I'm having heart problems, I'm having headaches, this is head problems, I'm having breathing problems. So they're different lines. So yes, you'll be placed into one of those lines, and based on the survey, they'll be like, okay, his own seems serious, but I can't just outlook that. The nurse is still, when you come into the hospital, the nurse is still gonna do her job like if you were there waiting, but the wait time in which you have to initially wait is cut down.
That's if nobody else click that they want a second opinion. Which, if you're really concerned about your health, you're going to get a second opinion,
Okay.
and the waiting room is still going to fill back up.
Mm-hmm. So now, if those people, I see what you're talking. If those people decide that they're not going to click like second opinion and still walk into the hostel, then they just have to wait. If that's what you're asking.
No, it's not. If everybody clicks second opinion and everybody they gonna be in the same hospital in the same waiting room, and they can still be the same thing. Yeah, they might be more organized, but that's not going to last because we're human beings. It's not going to last.
Yeah,
They're
but
going to disperse and do whatever the fuck they want to do.
they could all click it and still come to the hostel and sit down, even though they have their cards. But I'm saying, bro, I'm not saying that once you do this thing, it's mandatory, it's law, it's an option. That's all it is. It's an option.
Not seeing the
You're
part that I'm
saying
shooting either.
you're saying everyone is over here just keep ringing the same thing. Somebody's gonna take advantage of it and they're gonna get themselves hurt.
My days.
Timon,
Anyway, you
okay,
put
hold
You're
on.
missing
Timon,
it completely.
what do you Timon, like so you think like Uber is an option?
bro, Uber.
Your person, you don't have no car, public transportation, it is pretty
Before
hard.
Uber, what
Like,
was there?
you struggle.
There was taxi, there was bus, there was begging ride
You
with
still
people.
you struggle.
Then you're struggling with Uber too.
Bro, it's
Simon,
I'm listening.
one more time, right? The
I'm
part
over
I
it.
see, no, I see where you took my part and where you keep straying, right? I'm saying this is the situation, and I realize this when you said me and you whatever that little last part there, where you're talking about going to the hospital at this point. I'm saying when and from the jump, I'm saying I pull up at this hospital because I
So
feel
you at
like
the
death. I'm
hospital.
at the hospital already.
So then fucking go in the hospital. What are you using the app for?
That is what I'm
Bro,
saying.
I'm
And you're
telling you,
telling
it
no,
is
stop,
not
stop, stop, stop,
mandatory.
stop, stop. You're telling me because the thing is, when me and Jared in the beginning, you were explaining the system that already exists, right? And we're
So
like,
they
but
have an
this
app
already
that you can
stop,
use for the
stop,
hospital.
stop,
You're
stop,
saying the system
stop,
exists. They
stop,
have an app like
stop,
this.
stop.
Nah, I'm
So
not
the
stopping. I'm
system that
asking a
exists
question.
is you walk into the hospital
That's
and the
always
things that the app
open.
wants you to do, the thing that you want the app to do is the thing that already happens, right? So I'm saying why would I use the app if I'm already at the hospital going to do all that shit? I'm already there. And
Bro, but that was
how
not
is
the
my wait time
thing.
going to be reduced
Your wait
by
time is
using
not
your
going
app
to
when
be
I'm
reduced.
okay? And that's why I've been saying it don't make sense given the situation. And I've been using the same situation where I'm pulling up to this hospital because
Bro,
I've
but
been
why are
preaching
you,
this
if you're
damn
at the
thing.
hospital, you're at the hospital. This is
Nigga,
if
and
you're
at the hospital
home.
all night. Is not this the place where we're cutting wait time?
Jaron, were you at this hospital all this long? All along?
Listen, y'all,
No, no,
y'all,
no,
y'all
no,
keep
no,
me
no,
the
no, no.
bus.
Everyone apparently at the
I've
hospital.
been at the hospital all.
Everyone
I keep
retarded
saying I
because
have a
clearly something
headache.
wrong with your
I
brain.
pull up. Why would I be using your app? Your
Why
app
would
does not
you?
affect the wait
Why would
time
you go to
Okay,
Burger
nowhere.
everyone,
King? Why would you
everyone,
go to Burger
everyone,
King and then go on the app and order something online?
look at it like
And
this. Look at
that's
this,
why
everyone,
you said a bot that would implement
everyone.
whatever and be this middle person. And I'm like, but there's
Okay,
already that middle
everyone,
person, and that's the
listen.
freaking
Why
nurse
would
you
that
talk to at
even
the
be a
front desk.
John? Why would that be a thought in his head?
Okay, everyone, listen. This is listen. Let me say it like this, right? So you wake up in the morning, your head hurts, and because your head hurts in this morning that you wake up, you go on the app, and then
Bro,
you
I
go, you
get
explain,
that.
You,
you
you
I
explain
clearly
your
get
don't. You
severity.
Simon's
clearly
No,
don't.
point.
Let the man
listen.
No,
talk. Let
because
him
I'm not
talk.
arguing to
Let
say
him talk.
that,
Let him talk.
bro.
Let him
I'm
talk.
not
We heard
arguing to
you.
say
No,
that
no, no. We
you're,
heard you. Let Jaron
bro.
talk.
No, that is what I've been trying to say this entire time. I am at the hospital. I am not
Why you
considering
fucking
my
changing the
symptoms.
scenario?
Bro, I said this from the
No,
beginning,
from the
and I kept
beginning,
saying the
everyone been
same thing
saying that
over and
he
over
hit
and
the
over and
hospital.
over, and you keep saying the same thing in response over and over, and I keep saying it again, and you're not
And what? Okay,
addressing. You're
okay.
still addressing whatever you think you're addressing.
You
You're not addressing
see,
what I'm
but nobody
saying.
made that clear to me.
I've been trying, but every time I open my mouth, you focus on the one thing you've been disagreeing with from the jump, and you're not listening to
So
me.
you're saying. So you're saying. So you're saying.
You pull like Kaylee.
So you. Oh my God! I'm sorry, guys.
Jesus friggin' Christ.
I
I'm
am
really
sticking to.
saying I have a headache and I'm at the hospital because I don't know what the hell is happening to my head. I don't know no better way to explain it. And
Okay,
instead of talking to the person, the human that can actually, evaluate me, you're saying we should use this app. And the
no,
app
he
can
was
get me
saying
out of the
I
no,
was
no,
not
this
he was
is
saying
this
saying
is
that.
if you were supposed to use the app before you left the house, but you
Exactly.
okay.
didn't. You
And
didn't
that's
do
why I
that.
was like, this is why your app don't work because I'm at the hospital. Why would I take the opinion of your app in the hospital when I can just talk to the nurse in a system that I already? Why am I going to use your system, your app, when I'm already in the place where they do the job of the app? And
You
that's
still
why I'm
have to wait
saying,
for the nurse
and
to
that's
come to you.
also why I said I'm a hospital. Try and sell me this app because I don't see the use for it. If this is
So
that's bro,
what's the
that
deal?
you
What's the deal with skip the dishes? If I'm gonna go into McDonald's and order something off and skip the dishes, like why would I do that?
Timon, this is completely different.
No, but it's
You
the
want to
same
know why?
concept
No,
because
no,
everyone is
it's
at
not.
the
Because
store and wants to use the app.
I don't want to use your app. That's
you
what
know
the
what it
fuck
is.
I'm
You know what it is.
saying.
Boom, Timon, everyone. The app is for people who don't have cars. So this is how they know if they need
But
to Uber to the
and that's what,
hospital.
bro. And the thing is, I've been saying what I've been saying, and I've been asking it from the perspective of which I've been saying it this whole time. Whole time. That's why he
Okay, but
stayed disagreeing with me the whole time.
why you needed to go
Because I am asking
there?
it in this because that's where I was, and this is what I've been trying to clarify. Every time I bring it and I
But
explain it the exact same way I keep doing
how are
it,
you
you
how are
keep
you
responding in the same way to it. And that
you see
just
what
means you're
happened
not
when
hearing me because I heard you when you said what you said in that last bit, and that's what made me fully understand that you're not freaking listening to me. because
Bro.
you're arguing at different points.
Bro, but why would you totally negate the situation that I paint and let me know that you are understood this one before you move on to the second one?
Bro, I fully said I understand your situation
Yeah,
and I
but
don't
I
see it
also was
working
dealing with
in
Jaron
I
because
do
Jaron was telling
come
me
on.
something
I
about wait
said your
time.
situation
I
does not I
have
don't see
two.
your situation working under an emergency. Jaron, you remember me saying this?
Yes,
I
you
do
all
not
brought up emergency.
remember, and that's where I've been arguing this. That's since when I started kick up.
Yeah,
I've been here on
bro,
this
you
one spot
realize
because
there's
when I
two
said the whole
people talking
emergency
to me,
thing,
right?
when I said the whole
Okay, all
emergency
right,
thing,
calm,
you,
calm
you
down, calm down,
kept
calm
you
down.
kept you
Bitch,
kept
calm down.
rebuttaling the same way.
Listen.
So me tell you, this is where I am. I emerge. I don't
I
know
am
how much more
here
times I can
telling
say it.
you.
Hold
I'm
on.
here
This
telling
how
you.
me Tim and so when I argue.
Yes, I'm here telling y'all an idea of what I think could probably improve. I don't know if it's drastically, but it's a little, right? I came and I pushed this idea out. You all said that don't make sense because you could just wait at the hospital. And you're like, what about emergencies, right? What about those? Or what am I supposed to do? Is there a line? And I'm telling y'all, no. Now, Jaron was telling me about how stupid the wait time is because no matter if you wait inside or outside, we still have to wait, right? No matter how comfortable the waiting is, you still have to wait.
Mhm.
I don't know when you changed to your scenario because
When
all I
I
heard
asked my
was
question, I gave it context.
emergency, blah, blah, blah. So
When I
now I'm
asked my
trying to now
question,
say my same thing with more details than I've been saying before because y'all keep saying, I don't make sense, you don't understand, blah, blah, blah. So I'm just trying to hone this in because y'all not telling me y'all understand. Y'all not, I'm hearing two voices at me saying that my idea is shit, it don't make sense. And I'm seeing that it makes sense. So I'm trying to figure out why y'all not seeing it. You switched to something else, but Jaron wasn't on your shit. I'm still trying to cater to Jaron, but then you're coming back in with me and Jaron argument. So I'm thinking you and Jaron on the same page. I'm not hearing that scenario that you just built because nobody's saying that the idea in somewhat makes some kind of sense or seeing the value of the app.
been said from the jump. I
Bro,
agree.
it doesn't. I
It's
can't
fine, but
hear
I
you when
don't
I'm
see it
dealing with two
working.
people.
Well,
We have to at
okay,
least
I
address
understand that. So
one
I'm
and then
letting you
move
know
to the
now.
next.
I'm letting you know now. This is how
No,
I said. I said
no.
I don't see it working in an emergency situation. Yeah, I'll be fine under the regular one, but on the emergency situation, I don't see it happening. I laid out the points, and then in the end, when I would give up on trying to get you to understand how like impractical it is, I used the analogy, yo, try and get me to use this in my hospital. That's why I kept pushing that at the end.
But it's
And I'm
already
like,
it's something
bro,
established in your hospital because it's like John was saying. Let's say you don't have any right to come down here, and instead you waste your time and all your
but I
resources to
get
get
that.
down here.
But I already,
Now,
bro, the
what I
fact is,
okay,
we'll be
why
arguing
okay?
two different things. That's
Yes,
what
we
is
have.
happening here.
That's what's been happening, right? I wasn't aware of that because I just didn't get your situation. But why would you, as a logical, because you've been stressing your logics, why would you use the skip the dishes app at the restaurant?
I wouldn't, which is also why I wouldn't use your app in the
So
hospital,
why
which is
did you
why I'm
bring the
saying it don't make
fucking idea
sense.
up?
It does, because I said in the beginning, right? I said it does
No.
not work in an emergency situation, and you defended it.
I
From
wasn't
the
when I
jump, no,
defending
said
that
from the jump,
no,
scenario.
when
from the
I
jump,
said
Timon,
that,
from the jump, you didn't explain that you use the app from home. You didn't explain that.
yeah,
That's
but
why. That's why he
I wasn't
started
on the
off
assumption
inside
from
the thing.
home, but after you and John get into it, and then I saw, which is, I'm like, bro, I see what you mean. You're basically saying, and that's why I was like, bro, it's like Googling your symptoms, and that would be dumb. Why would I Google my symptoms at the freaking hospital, right?
Because they want you
That's
want
why I
for
even made that
So
point.
what
Why
you're
the hell would
saying
I be
is
using a such thing to Google
you're
my
always
symptoms when the
thinking that
person
you're
to
at the
tell my symptoms is
hospital doing
here?
all of this.
I have been arguing that I am at the hospital doing all this. That's why it don't make
No.
sense.
So
Me,
all you
Evron,
all
me, yes, me, Evron.
so
I don't
Jared,
know.
where were you in this situation? Were you at the hospital or not at the hospital?
in the beginning. I was at the hospital.
So when you switch,
I switched after a while because I just realized that like there was multiple different things to argue on. So I was just moving around.
so you
I've
just
been at
create
the hospital the whole time.
There was a whole lot of different weak points. So I was just bouncing from weak point to weak
yeah,
point.
it's look, This is not the idea that will go anywhere. This is just this is just an
Listen.
idea to make something a little bit simpler.
Listen,
That's
I
all
don't
it
know.
was.
I don't know if you're gonna plan to actually do this in the future.
No,
So we were just helping
no.
you. I'm trying to help you knock out all the kinks.
No, I have better app ideas than this idea. This is just a, you know,
I
instead of having firefighters run to the fire, why not have a bottle of water next to each fire? You know, it would help, but that's not ever practical
that
because
would
fire.
not help whatsoever.
If water spontaneously appear next to a fire,
One, yes, a bottle of water in the tin one. Don't don't
we
say
don't know.
anything else.
We don't know how fucking big the water bottle is. My thing is, it was just an idea that could help in the moment. Y'all were now making it into a bigger thing, and I did not know when that situation switched. Because my thing is, why would I need the app in the hospital? Logically speaking, that wouldn't make no kind of sense. So
Would
your
make
logic,
sense.
And that's why I'm
It-
over
honestly,
here losing
your
I'm over
logic.
here listening to you.
So what
Because
you're
as
saying
far
is, I didn't have enough logic to take the thought outside the hospital. So you just automatically thought that I was putting it in the hospital.
Listen,
bro, that's
the
where
app-
we started, bro.
the app could even work in the hospital because if everybody do it on their phone, then that means that the nurse don't have to walk around and in front of everybody, and you know everything would move.
So you
just a
all were
little
thinking,
smoother.
y'all were thinking of the survey as the paper that the nurse will fill out.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, you're fucking retarded. Get off my
You didn't get me
podcast.
tell you that though. Me tell you. I'm like, oh, this is makes freaking sense to you, T1. I spell it out. Oh,
Bro,
That's literally
This
why
is
he
gonna
asked.
be so.
How?
This is gonna be so fucking hard to edit. You don't even understand. So
Shit, man.
either we go into something else with the time that we don't have.
I
Because
know. I kind of like this conversation because it was very funny.
what is title of this episode going to be? Because this is fucking confusing.
Oh wait, everyone got it. Honestly, we can't tell them us. This is just name it the app.
Oh. Yo.
Just name him the app bus because I really don't understand.
Mm.
But there was a lot of things that was fundamentally wrong with it. Like, bro, like, in the case of an emergency, I'm not thinking about pulling out my phone to go and type on your app.
Bro, okay, let me paint it one more time for your listeners and for you. The app is not something that you use at the hospital. It would defeat the purpose. Okay, Ever, come on.
No, I'm talking about like an emergency home.
If you're at the emergency at home,
Yeah, like the emergency happened, I'm home. Like I still cannot
then
justify
you will
using
call the
app.
ambulance because it's an emergency.
So then what? So the app is not for emergency. The app is for emergencies.
It's
for
no,
minor
it's
shit.
basically just screening, bro. It's a screening app to kind of. It's literally everything he said, which is fine for an app, bro. Because I'm not disagreeing that that's a good idea. I'm saying in this position, being in the hospital, what
Bro,
the hell you app gonna do for me? That's
can't
why I've been
even-
arguing.
I don't even understand why you're all in the hostel with the app. That's
Because
why I
that's
keep
where
bringing
we
up.
started.
That's
Still,
why I
you said
keep.
a bot.
You
You
did.
said a
We
bot
no.
at first.
It's not even that. It's
Said
not
a
even that. We started at waiting time. We started at waiting time. That's
And the only place
exactly.
me a waiter in the hospital.
That's
Yeah,
that's exactly how we
so
started in the
to
hospital.
Me
prevent
sit down in the
the
hospital.
waiting, so prevent from sitting on and waiting in the hospital, we can take our time at home. That's why I say you can take your time and dress and eat and make your way to the hospital,
But
and
this
then
is
you
the
just
thing.
come in.
But the
This
part where I
doesn't
said,
stop your waiting time. It don't stop. Like it don't do anything to affect your waiting time. Because once you're finished with that, they're gonna put you into the queue. When they put you in the queue, you still have to wait in line. You
So
still
again,
have to wait in line. Once the app put you in the queue, you still gonna have to wait in line to
but
go
where
to
are
the
you
hospital or
waiting?
wherever. You're waiting home or you're waiting there at the bus stop. It don't really matter where you're waiting. You're still waiting.
But Jaron, okay, if you had to travel from Newfield to hospital and then wait 8 hours, won't you like your 8 hours to start before you get there?
Yeah, but who said I have to wait 8 hours?
The amount of people that in there wait before you get there. Then what?
Listen, right?
I'm just
the app-
saying, would
the
the
app-
wait time help a little?
The most you get from that is 45 minutes.
Bro, but even if you cut down on an hour, that's an hour you can get back in a day. Call it 2 minutes you cut down on. It's still time that you claimed. But you are thinking any amount of time that y'all get, it's pointless because you could just be wasting time.
I am sick and I am worried about my health.
Mhm.
With this extra time that I get, the only thing that's going to be crossing my mind is to run my fucking will.
And that is you, Jaron, not the masses.
See? I now have to argue differently since I'm on a different page prior, right?
Okay.
So your app idea, your bot idea, if
Mhm.
I wake up to this morning with a headache, this is me discovering this headache, right?
Mhm.
I will use the app to
Mhm.
say, hey, I have a headache. Yeah, definitely, because this is not an emergency. I'm not that concerned
Mhm.
because I just have a headache, right?
Mhm.
So also in the same situation, also and taking to my perspective, the only reason that I would be considering going to the hospital if me dead, right?
Mhm.
So I'm not using the app to hold a spot in the hospital, right? That's not it, because it's not holding a spot anyways. It's just getting a diagnosis from the hospital, but through the app.
Mhm.
And I'm
Mhm.
saying, if I need a diagnosis from the hospital, I'm damn well not getting it through the app. I'm going to the hospital.
Okay.
That is the situation. So your app, as far as it
So-
goes for an
so
emergency thing,
You brought a
definitely not.
scenario to
But-
me where you're just excluding the app. So what the app have to do with it if you had no plans in using it?
Bro, I'm responding to you and your app idea.
Uh-huh.
Like I said, in an emergency situation where I need to go to the hospital, I
Mhm.
would not use your app,
Okay.
right? Because it's not holding me a spot in the hospital, because I'm already thinking, what I would use your app for is my initial whatever. Now it has gotten significantly worse, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to the hospital. I never took app as a diagnosis, it's just a recommendation,
Mhm.
right? When I'm in the hospital, I'm not looking for a recommendation. I'm looking for the freaking help me. I'm dying,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
So that is why, as my stance was, I'm in the hospital, your app ain't shit to me, so your app don't make no sense.
Okay.
But if I'm home in the same situation I'm explaining now, blah, 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 I feel whatever, that's a perfect idea for the app. And for me personally, since I wouldn't have gone to the hospital for that anyways, the app would be hella helpful. So that is my answer. In that situation, yes. In the one I was arguing prior before, where I'm in the hospital, hell no.
Okay.
And for me, your app would not be helping with wait time because I wasn't using it for wait time. I was using it because I need a recommendation. So does that satisfy your response to what I think about your app idea? Does that simplify it? Are we on the same page?
Yeah, but basically you're saying you're not using the app because you have an emergency. Move
You know
on.
what?
Yes.
So let's move
So
on. So you
what-
want to know something crazy? So right, my phone case died. Like my phone case literally just like it broke. That's stupid because it's rubber and it fucking broke. Anyways, so I bought a screen protector, and dog, I had this case on my phone all the time, and my phone never fell once. And since I got this screen protector, the screen protector is broken because my phone just started falling in their face. What happened?
Expire. Yeah, so
The
that's
phone?
before date.
The phone expire or the screen protector? Because
You
since
get
we
a
put the
little bit,
screen,
you get a little bit heavy, so you're off balance.
dog, I took the case off, and I put on a screen protector, and the phone just started fall. My case been off for maybe like 2 weeks, and my phone never once fell. And
Yeah,
now my
but-
phone just a fall between the car seat. I get up, my phone on the ground. I'm at night, my phone in my face, it just up, but it just fall. Anywhere you put them, it drop them.
Obia. Obia.
You ever put a bell on a cat neck and he just act retarded?
Excuse me? A belt or
Bell.
bed? A bell?
Bell.
Oh,
Yeah, and the cat just act real dunce, like he can't move. Like, whoa.
Because everything you hear tonight,
It just
that's
stopped.
like an
Yeah.
alert.
striking.
That's what I'm there for when you get extra weight on his face. And he's just like, what's that, cheese?
Oh,
Can't believe you had me arguing for hours some fuck shit. Why you fucking using the app at the hospital? Why?
why you
Firstly,
giving me
bro,
this app at the hospital? Because we're at the hospital from the jump
yeah,
waiting.
like you didn't explain the app properly.
Bro,
You didn't say the whole home part. We were
Stop.
at the hospital talking about waiting time.
We at the hospital, and this is me. You know what? We could alleviate the wait time. And one way of getting rid of the wait time is having an app where you can do this without even having to come to the hospital and wait that time.
You should have
So,
said that for earlier.
bro, I thought it was what we do when we come to the hospital is wait. So, how you get rid of the wait time? It's not waiting in the waiting room. So if I could do this,
but you said, where you messed up too? You said I don't know if it's the thing, but you're saying the app would do the job to get you out of there as well. So it would cut your wait time while you're there. Instead of having to wait for the nurse to do whatever, you would use the app and you can get whatever, including whatever. You could even get your prescription off from the app, whatever, because the app. Basically, you're saying the app did
app
everything.
can't give you a prescription because it's not a doctor, but you could
Wow,
tell you.
Look on me the lights of the app, day.
Yeah, because it would tell you like, yeah, you wouldn't have to get this, but you still have to consult your doctor in order to get a prescription for the thing. So it's telling you have to take this.
I told the app.
Yeah, bro. There was many things. There was many things.
Well, and I keep bringing up the whole. Why would you use the whatever in the restaurant or the store? It's not the same thing.
That's two completely different things, bro.
Well, how though?
Because like that's convenience from your home because you don't have like you
exactly. We using the app from the convenience from the home. If it's an emergency, you will go straight to the. You're not using. It's an emergency.
I feel like if it's not an emergency, you just don't go to the hospital. That's honestly.
That's it. That's the thing I'm saying. Like the only reason I be at the hospital is for emergency. Hospital equals emergency. Full stop. If it's not an emergency, I don't need to see a hospital.
Well, then how do you know it's not an emergency?
Because it's something mild.
So
based off of common perception, right? A slight headache. I'm not gonna think I'm going to. If it's a banging headache, I'm outside.
Slight headaches kill people.
Bro, I fall down. I hit my head. I don't see my head bust. I don't need no stitches. I'm not going anywhere.
The majority of people who fall and hit their head have concussions.
And
that could be worse.
You know what's going to happen to me? I don't see any immediate damage. I'm not leaving the house. I'm going home. It's like bro, you need to understand, right? That app, like, bro, if I don't feel like I'm going to die, I really don't see the reason to go into the hospital, and that's a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and a lot of people don't use apps to deliver food. My thing is, I'm relating it to the app because just like the app gives you a level of what's the word? It's like, okay, convenience. Yes, thanks. They give you a level of convenience, meaning I can still walk into the store, but I don't always have to. I can do things from home and it can save the time. I can do deliver to me or go for pickup, right? Those are the options that the food app giving you. No fucking doctor comes to your house, deliver a prescription. So that's not on the table.
I hate people that go pick up.
But
just go get it. Just go get it delivered.
That's what I'm saying. That's you. You're one person. Somebody else might say, yeah, I like to not wait, but I don't want to pay the extra fees to have it delivered. And then I have to also tip. So they rather just go pick it up. I don't have to wait.
You have to tip.
You don't.
Dog, it's boss. Yo, this is somebody taking. Bro, you think you're slave around the place? Nobody any food.
We tipping.
The
what
fucking person, they brought you your shit.
They were gonna bring it if I stayed in there anyways.
Yo, hey, they're privileged, no folks.
You know, I understand, dog. You never do, obviously. You know the pain.
Different way.
anyways. All I'm saying, right, and I've been saying is, I just don't understand why would we be at the hostel.
Because that's where we started. That's where we started, man.
So you're saying I
That's where
can't
we
start
started.
one place and then go somewhere else?
Hey, I'm
need
not
to-
saying
you
that,
need
and
to-
I've been saying where I've been this whole time. You're not catching that either. You still
So,
just focus on the one
if-
part where I'm disagreeing.
So if
You're not
I
seeing
told,
how I'm disagreeing. You're
so
just
okay,
saying
so okay,
he
so okay,
disagreed.
okay.
What the hell?
Okay, so if you say, man, I want to start a restaurant, and I'm just like, it'd be cool, dog, if they had this app, we can order stuff, so you can like not wait at the restaurant and to get food, and you're just like, so what am I supposed to do? You're supposed to just use the app to order food while I'm in the restaurant. And I'm like, nah, man, you can be at home and you can like, fill out the whole order and then just get your shit and you go out and pick it up. You just like, but what? I'm in the hospital or I'm in the store. I'm in the store.
Here's the part where I think you should have caught on from early that we were in the freaking thing is when we're telling you off the bat your system that you're explaining your app thing is what already exists, because that's exactly what we're doing when we're waiting at the hospital anyways. That's exactly what we said to
So I'm
you.
trying to figure out, like, if it already exists, how you all not jumping behind the whole algorithm thing? Because it's news to me that you all say it exists, but it's not
Because
working.
it exists because we're at the hospital, which is why we wouldn't need your app. So what?
You never
What
see me
problem?
ask how you how?
But we said that.
Why we
That's
at
the thing. We said that.
Bro, what's the reason for an app? What's the reason? Why am I going to use an app if it's not going to be convenient? What's the
Bro,
purpose of an inconvenient app?
Bro.
What is what is the purpose of an inconvenient app?
Well,
Which
you
app?
tell me because you were implementing
So
one.
you're saying
as
me
far
tell
as
you
we were
for 2
going.
fucking hours for to tell you
Sounding
if I-
dunce as hell. Sounding dunce as hell. And I had to say, the thing about this is if I didn't stop and say, everyone, okay, analyze what he's saying and try to figure out where he arguing. And I didn't say, yo, and pull us back, we would still be arguing all now. Because
like
you're still so focused on the fact that we're disagreeing that you're not focused on which parts we're disagreeing on.
I gave
all
up
I
on
did
the
to fix
argument with
this.
him, man. I gave up on the argument with him, man. I even had to find different things to argue on. Like
you make things worse because I never even got to what everyone was trying to say.
you had that many flaws. You had that many flaws.
Bro, why would you implement an app to do the thing we're doing while we're sitting at the hospital? That's going to take time anyways. That's why we're like, bro, it don't make sense, and you're not making the system better because you're implementing something that currently just does the same thing.
Yeah, just get
Why
on
would you-
it's a fast lane.
Yeah, it's like a fast lane, but then in a really that fast because we
Yo,
still
find
gonna end
another
up waiting.
topic because I am not putting this in the fucking
No, then you
episode.
hear.
No, nobody
What
can
is
listen to. Nobody can listen to the 3 hours. Actually, I can't use
No,
that.
put in a piece of man, because that shit was entertaining.
I believe Eddie had me fucking hospital with the fucking.
No, come and me save the day. I saved the day at the end of it all. I had to be the one to be like, you know what? Let me just reevaluate this whole argument to make sure we're on the same page. And then you said exactly what I needed to hear. And that's why I was like, all right, this was all for nothing.
Darling, 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 please.